Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back to yet another live stream. Man, we're back, and of course, we are going to try and keep a streak going here because we've been on quite the hiatus, to say the least. We have been away for about a month. We got the Marlins series finished. We got another Eagles game in, even though I was half asleep during that whole broadcast. We will ignore that, but we are starting a new series here for the Philadelphia Phillies. Split series, so one of a couple I think the Phillies will have. Of course, the reason why the Phillies have a split series here is because they will have, of course, quote, home field advantage once in the London series. That will be in June, I think, right? I think it's in June, yeah. So that's why they play 2 games at Citi Field in New York, and then they play in Philadelphia for 2 games. And then, of course, in London, New York will have home field advantage. Pretty much the only advantage they have, or both teams will have once, is, of course, playing offense in the bottom and defense in the top. And, of course, vice versa for the Phillies, and of course it'll flip the next day. I don't know which order it will go. I think the Phillies had home field advantage first, and then the Mets. Not sure if that was the way, but we will cross that road when we get to it. But today we are going to be doing this one, and it'll be the Phillies at the Mets. I may or may not have the willpower to complete the first half of this split series. We will see how I feel, because I know I'm not going to call a game when I'm half asleep. We learned that the hard way. But we are going to do this game first. Phillies at the Mets. I got my stat sheet up. I got, of course, the stats of the real game just to look at the lineup and such. Of course, we are very familiar with this team. Kind of wanted to hold this one out as long as I could because this is the team that bumped us out of the postseason. So, yeah, but we won't talk about that because that's in the past now. And we're just going to start the game. I think we should stop talking and head on in. And let's see who wins. So here we go. Citi Field. Here we come. We're back in the outdoors again. So here we go. To Citi Field we go. Commentator voice on now. Well, hello from Citi Field here in Flushing, New York. It's the most known National League East matchup between the rivals, the Phillies and the Mets. We'll be back after this. Phillies-Mets when we come back. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the broadcast. If you're just joining us, welcome. If you have been sticking around,
leading off tonight for Philadelphia,
welcome back.
With Merrifield.
So Quintana is making the start for the Mets. In actuality, Sean Manaea started for the Mets in this game, but we've learned that really doesn't make too much of a difference in terms of winning and losing. All pitchers in this league are talented. Whit Merrifield making he's actually in the leadoff spot again. Batting first. He batted first in the Marlins series. Game 3 of that one. And he's batting in the number 1 spot again here at Citi Field. Whit Merrifield, 1-2 the count to him. Here's the pitch by Quintana. Pop foul straight back. One, two. Swung on, fouled away. again. And that is just inside the curveball, and it's 2-2. So the Mets are 19-20 going into this game. Of course, the Phillies entered this game 29-13. That one's hit hard and it's muffed. Will the play be made in time? Yes. I don't think Merrifield really hustled there. So there's the starting lineup for the Phillies. Alec Boehm coming up next, playing third base. Bryce Harper following. Pretty much the same old lineup we saw yesterday, but Johan Rojas at center field, not Christian Pache. It's in there for strike one. But like I was saying, the Phillies entered this one 29-13. Or excuse me, I should say 28-13. They did win this game. The Phillies, in actuality, here in our simulation, entering this game 30-11. They're at 30 wins through 41 games, which is quite the impressive record. Here's the 1-2 to Boehm.
That's ball two.
Upstairs, 2-2. The 2-2. Up the middle, and oh, Boehm got there in time, made the hustle. Alonso wasn't really there. McNeil, the second baseman, didn't get it over there in time. You see, he was there by a mile. So, Alec Boehm with a one-out single here in the top of the first. And that'll bring Bryce Harper up to the plate.
Counts 1-0.
Bryce Harper in double digits home run-wise. He's at 10. Looking for double one. Hopefully maybe here today.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Two balls, one strike. Quintana winding up. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Quintana, the pitch, swing and a miss. The fastball right past Bryce Harper inside of the zone. And Quintana, with the flick of the wrist, gets strikeout number one. And Nick Castellanos will head up to the plate.
That ball's foul.
Hits that one down the right field line, but in foul territory. Oh, 1. Hit the other way. 0-2.
That's a ball.
Downstairs.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
The 1-2 pitch. Popped up. Alonso trying to play it, but it looks like it's going to go out of play. He could have made the catch, but didn't want to risk bodily injury. 1-2 again from Quintana. Castellanos making some contact there. Just the last piece of the bat on that. Still 1-2. The pitch. Another foul. Pretty long sequence here for Quintana and Castellanos. And it's now 2-2 with the fastball inside of target. Here we go, 2-2.
3-2.
Now 3-2. Sinker down below the zone. Bryson Stott on deck. He's the designated hitter for the Phillies today. 3-2. Fouled again. Castellanos, I don't know if this is his goal to get the count up for Quintana. I'm sure he's hungry for a hit or something even better. Here's the 3-2. Called. Strike 3 and the inning's over. Not what he drew up, but Quintana gets the job done. One hit for the Phils. We're headed to the bottom of the first. We'll be back after this. Well, welcome back, everybody. If you're just joining us, welcome to the broadcast. Christopher Sanchez making a start for the Phillies here in the opener in this Mets split series, of course, starting here in Flushing, New York. Brandon Nimmo leading things off for New York. We saw Christopher Sanchez actually close out the game yesterday in Miami. Did quite the good job. And with the first pitch, Nimmo is out, and Sanchez with one out. New York Mets, there's the starting lineup. Starling Marte coming up. Of course, the well-known Francisco Lindor batting third. Pete Alonso batting fourth. JD Martinez also in there. Brett Batty also in there. We'll see all those gentlemen later. That called a ball, but that was right in there for a strike. Sanchez didn't really... I don't think he's bothering for an argument there. It's too early. Hit right to Harper at first. And tags the bag, and there's out number 2.
The shortstop, Francisco.
And here comes Francisco Lindor. So with 3 pitches for Christopher Sanchez, he's got 2 outs. A good inning for Sanchez to start things off.
Ball 1, no strike. Hey! I got a ball, 1 strike.
And that is popped up. Stubbs trying to find it. He found it. He's under it, and the inning is over. Man, what a short inning for the Phils defense, and that's what they want as the sun begins to set here this evening at Citi Field. Second inning coming up next.
Leading off for the Phillies, the designated hitter, Bryson Stott.
Well, welcome back. Oh, man, the field's turning orange. Bryson Stott leading things off for the Phils. We don't want it to be orange. It's already orange enough with all the orange that the fans are wearing. And that's going to be through for a base hit. So a leadoff single for Bryson Stott. That is the start the Phils want. He read that pitch perfectly. You just see it there. And here's Edmundo Sosa.
Ball 1.
Takes the sinker. 1-0. The 1-0 to Sanchez. Excuse me, that's not Sanchez. That's Sosa. My apologies. 1-1. The pitch, Bryson Stott stealing second, and he's safe. He's in there. More than in time. And you see the speedster. Steals second successfully. And now he's in scoring position here with no outs. Sosa with a 2-2 count. Swung on, in the air to left. And it's caught. And of course,
Batting seventh, the right fielder,
J.D.
number
Martinez,
16,
who's at left,
Brandon Marsh.
threw it towards third just in case Bryson Stott tried to tag up, but decided to stay at second. And Brandon Marsh is now batting. Swing and a miss. Little tardy from
0-1's the count.
Marsh, 0-1. And that's through base hit. And Stott's headed for home. He's there in time. Brandon Marsh RBI single. It was a slow-moving baseball, you see. Let's take a look. Of course, it rolled right past Quintana. And the Phils strike again first. Not the bad strike. We're talking about getting a run in first. Maybe not the best way to call that, but so Brandon Marsh, RBI, single, and he bats in Bryson Stott. Runner goes. Marsh is there in time. Makes the slide. Helmet falls off, but he's there in time. 2 back-to-back steals. Keeping it aggressive out there on the bases. Base running is perfection so far. The 0-2 to Rojas fouled away. Swing and a miss. Rojas struck out. And 2 away. 3 strikeouts for Jose Quintana. And here comes Garrett Stubbs. That's StatCast powered by Google Cloud. That's a strikeout pitch, a sinker. 6-inch break. So here's Garrett Stubbs. Had a home run, a 3-run home run, his first of the season against the Marlins. And Marsh goes towards third. He is out. Maybe not the best decision, but Brandon Marsh, he gets an RBI single to put the Phils on the board. Phils lead it 1-0. Well, greetings from New York. Pete Alonso leading things off for the Mets here in the bottom of the second inning. Christopher Sanchez sitting at just 6 now, 7 pitches. Pitch count in pretty ideal spot. Count 0-2 quickly to Pete Alonso. And that's a base hit into right center field. Rojas gets in front of it. 110 miles out of the bat. Wow. Miles per hour, excuse me. Impressive. There's hit number 1 for New York. JD Martinez taking things over at the plate. He's 0-1. And he's going to be retired. Brandon Marsh is at right. This is interesting. I didn't even look at that.
Batting sixth, the third baseman.
They have Brandon Marsh at right field. And they have Castellanos at second base. Sosa's at shortstop. Well, in actuality, they got this a little mixed up. In the actual game, Whit Merrifield played left, which I believe he still is. He played second base yesterday against the Marlins. Bohm is still at his spot at third. Harper at his spot at first. Castellanos DH, but they made Stott the DH today here. Brett Batty is up, 1-1. Sosa is at shortstop, which he is here. Marsh is at right, which is where he is. Rojas is at center. And Stubbs is, of course, catching. Did he go? Stubbs appeals and gets the call, and he is struck out. First strikeout for Sanchez. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Looking for number 3 against Harrison Bader. The pitch to Bader. Down and out, 1-1.
Two balls, one strike.
Swung on. Hit to Sosa. And there is out number 3. So under 20 pitches in 2 innings for Christopher Sanchez. It's 9-1-2 for the Phils when we come back. So welcome back, everybody. Garrett Stubbs, of course, his last, we're going to put it in quotes, his last quote at bat was cut short. Of course, Marsh tried to steal third, and he was called out. It was a good call, and now Stubbs restarts here in the top of the third. Now, of course, no base runners way early on that swing from Stubbs. 0-2.
One ball.
Takes the sinker now. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Ball.
And that is going to be, oh man, that was caught. Nice catch by Starling Marte. So here's Whit Merrifield back to the top of the order for the Phils. If you're just joining us, welcome. 1-0 Phillies here in the top of the third. Here at Citi Field. The pitch to Merrifield, fouled away.
Nope, that's foul.
Swung on, fouled back. So it remains 2-2. Merrifield trying to get something going here in the third. Swing and a miss. He got him. Quintana, the fastball, off the box, and that strikes
The third baseman.
Merrifield out. And here's Alec Boehm, who's got a single. He's 1 for 1.
Ball 1. Two balls, no strike.
The 2-0. Alonso trying to make the catch. It's in play there, and he makes the catch. So the inning over for the Phillies, and we're headed to the bottom half of the third. Mets turn when we come back.
Leading up for the Mets.
Well, good evening. If you're just joining us, welcome to Citi Field. Welcome to the broadcast. Jeff McNeil leading things off here in the third inning. Sanchez now at 20 pitches, or started this inning at 19, which is really good. And another foul. So it's 0-2 to McNeil. It's still 0-2 to McNeil. The pitch from Sanchez, he got him. And there is strikeout number 2. And here comes Tomas Nido. Nido, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. One out here in the bottom of the third for the Mets. And that's in play. And Marsh makes the catch. Trying to keep that pitch count down for Sanchez. Certainly pitching up fire this evening. And here is Brandon Nimmo back to the top of the order for the Mets. Two up, two down for the Phillies defense, especially that man you see in the center part of your screen, Christopher Sanchez. Pitching very, very well tonight. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch to Nimmo. Said Nemo.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
What is he, a fish? I mean, the colors, maybe, a little bit orange there. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him 30 pitches in 3 full innings. Man, Christopher Sanchez. Man, that's all he can do. Wipe the sweat away. 4th inning, next.
Leading off for Philadelphia, the first baseman, number 3.
Well, welcome back, everybody. Bryce Harper leading things off here in the 4th inning. Phillies on the board. They're, of course, on top 1-0 here as we start the 4th. And that is hit deep to right field. It is gone. Marte couldn't get a hold of it. And Harper, his 11th home run of the season. It's a solo homer. And the Phillies are up by 2. It's 2-0. Couldn't get a hold of it. It was farther than that. I feel like if you were really agile, you could make that catch, but I mean, that catch is close to impossible, so. Here's Nick Castellanos. He put that in there. Bryce Harper.
Ball, that's out.
Solo home run. That is number 11. There's Castellanos. He will be thrown out there. And there's one away.
The batter, number 5, designated hitter, Bryson Stott.
Here comes Bryson. He's got a single and a run. Of course, batted in by Brandon Marsh. Popped up. And
Up
catch
next for
made
Philadelphia,
by
the
Brett
shortstop,
Beatty.
Edmundo.
Is it Beatty or
Sosa.
Batty? I don't know. Beatty sounds better. Batty just... In this day and age, Batty just sounds bad. No pun intended. I think it's Beatty.
Ball, that's just out.
It's the one thing, of course, not being a professional commentator, you really don't know how to pronounce half of the names you see. But it's okay, I'm not perfect. So Sosa's up. It's 1-1. 2 away here in the top of the 4th. Of course, the Phillies now on top 2-0 thanks to Bryce Harper with his solo homer, and looks like that's the end of the Phillies half of the 4th. But Bryce Harper extends the lead to 2 runs. Got a solo home run. And we are headed to the bottom of the 4th. We'll be back after this. Well, welcome back, everybody. Commentators John and Chris, I mean, you hear them in the game, but of course, you guys know who I am. I'm the one commentating this game tonight. Most of you know me as Captain D-Tribs. A lot of you know me as Commentator X if you've been here for a little while. If you true OG like Mystic Gamer, who just joined the chat. Nice to see you, buddy. Hope all is well. You know me as Gameplay Works. Either way, I hope you're enjoying the broadcast so far. Phillies leading it 2-0. Starling Marte, of course, leading things off here for the Mets in the bottom of the 4th. Two and 2 now to Marte. Of course, a nice attempt by Harper just moments ago.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Yes, the live stream grind is real. Yes, sir. We're going to try and stream as much as I can. Of course, with work slowing down, I have a 3-day weekend that started, of course, today or yesterday, whatever you want to call it. It's kind of 1:09 in the morning, but
He's out.
Sosa throws Marte out, and there's one away. Now, of course, I do want to let you guys know about my schedule. So Saturday and Sunday are my last days at Mr. Softy. I mean, those aren't my last days. That's the last day with my, the franchise that I primarily work for. But I'll be working for another franchise for another week or so. Maybe, probably not. I mean, I may be working more than 4 days, or maybe not. We'll see when he needs me. But of course, I'm by after Veterans Day, I will say, which is the 11th of November, I'm going to be done with Mr. Softy. That's going to be a base hit for Francisco Lindor. Just out of reach for Harper. Back to me for a second, though. So after Veterans Day, my schedule should free up. I'll be streaming a lot more. Maybe bring some guests onto the channel. Maybe Mystic Gamer, if you're interested in coming along and calling a game with me, that would be awesome. I know you don't know baseball as much as basketball. I know there is a stream out there. I can't remember which game it was, but Mystic Gamer and I called a 76ers game together. That was fun. That was, of course, a virtual thing. I think that was back during COVID still. So maybe he can come over and we can call a game.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Whether it's baseball, basketball, or whatever. I kind of don't want to talk about basketball right now because the Sixers are not
He's safe.
off to the best start. I feel like the Sixers, what was it, like a 6-point loss, right? I'm not entirely sure. Sanchez strikes Alonso out. 4th strikeout for Sanchez. He is pitching up a storm.
The left fielder, JD.
I don't even want to talk about the Sixers right now. Of course, there's some speculation in the air with
That's inside.
Joel Embiid and him and his injury management. We're, of course, investigating that. But
Nope. That's inside.
I think if you have Paul George in there and Joel Embiid, I think you have a solid team. But that just shows how, it just shows a lack of depth of the Sixers. I mean, and you need depth on all sports teams. Without depth, I mean, if you lose a player to injury, especially susceptible players like Joel Embiid and Paul George.
That's ball 3.
Brett Beatty on deck. Of course, here is JD Martinez. 3-1 is the count. Sanchez trying to strike him out, but that is quite the opposite. 2-run home run, and it's a tie game here in New York. So Mets fans are quite happy as we have a tie game here at Citi Field. JD Martinez, the game-tying 2-run home run, puts the Mets back in it. I mean, they've been in it pretty much the whole time. They just haven't been the better team. But now it's pretty equal. Wow, he hit that one deep into the second deck. And that second deck is high. 433 feet, I think it was, yeah. Here's Brett Beatty. 2 outs. Of course, the pressure of 2 outs, it's hard to do what JD Martinez just did, but he certainly did. And that's through the middle, and that's going to be a base hit. 2 out, single for Brett Beatty. And here is Harrison Bader. And Castellanos throw towards first, and he's out. But a tie game, thanks to JD Martinez, puts the Mets right where the Phillies are. We're headed to the 5th tie game. Well, welcome back, everybody. Brandon Marsh leading things off here in the top of the 5th inning. Brandon Marsh, of course, is part of the reason why the Phils are on the board. He is the reason why the Phillies initially had the lead. Now we got a tie game. 2-all here against these two National League East rivals.
Ball. 2-0.
Phillies going to try and respond in the top of the fifth.
Ball 3.
Three 0 to Marsh. Pitched by Quintana. It's called a strike. It shaved the zone there. Pretty fair call. 3-1. Swing and a miss.
You got a full count. 3-2.
Full count indeed. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Quintana trying to strike him out. Here's the pitch. He got him. Of course, Marsh was just looking there, which is, of course, painful. Painful to watch as a batter, painful to watch as a fan, painful to watch as a fellow teammate. You got to just move on. Johan Rojas is now up. Take in there, sinker 90 miles an hour from Quintana. No balls, 2 strikes. Quintana trying to strike him out.
1 ball.
Won't do it on that pitch. 1-2.
Nope, that's a
Now
ball.
2-2.
2-2 now.
Swung on. Beatty to first, and Alonso. And 2 away.
The batter, the catcher, Garrett Stubbs.
Here's Garrett Stubbs. Wanting to get something on the road for the Phillies here.
Ball 1.
Having a quiet 5th inning so far. And that is in the air, left field, and there's Lindor who makes the catch and ends the inning. We are headed to the bottom of the 5th. It's 2-2 here in New York.
Leading up for the Mets.
Well, welcome back, everybody. Jeff McNeil headed up to bat for the Mets here in the bottom of the 5th. Now, I have a question for you guys. I don't know if any of you guys are interested, but I'm looking for not a play-by-play announcer. Of course, I'm the play-by-play announcer, but if I could have some, of course, commentary in between to juice up some of these broadcasts. If you're interested in doing something like that, I'm open for applications. That would be fun. I know I found somebody on, I think his name is BYC Gaming. I don't know if he's watching or if he's seen the channel, but I asked him if he wanted to, and he said he didn't really say anything. He just liked my comment. So I think he's sticking with his own stuff. But if any of you are interested in helping me out here on the channel, that would be much appreciated. Of course, if you have a YouTube channel, we'll figure out a way to stream it on both channels. That is going to be just a foul. So let me know if you guys are interested. If any of you guys are interested. I know some of you guys probably just want to watch, which is completely okay. Sometimes I just want to watch. This is what I enjoy. Here's the 3-2. Called strike 3. And McNeil goes down looking. And that is strikeout number 5 for Christopher Sanchez. Let's take a look at the ump cam. Pretty good call. From the ump's perspective, which is the perspective that matters.
Ball, that's out.
Here's Tomas Nido. Well, no.
Nope, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
And boom. Makes the play. Man, that was impressive.
Now batting.
It's called reaction time.
Brandon Nimmo.
Here comes Brandon Nimmo. 0 for 2 today. Struck out and grounded out here in his last 2 times up. See if he can't get something started for the Mets here in the 5th. You don't want that, but that's what I'm sure what he wants.
That's a ball.
2-0 for Nimmo. Sanchez, the pitch, swinging a foul. Swing and a miss, 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Hit foul. Breaks his bat, slow roller. Sosa's got to make a play, and he's out. Oh, what a play to end the inning. Impressive work from Edmundo Sosa as we head to the 6th inning, tie game. Still. Welcome back, everybody. Whit Merrifield leading things off, of course, batting first, and that puts us at the top of the order for the Phils here in the top of the 6th inning. Tie game if you're just joining us.
Nope, that's down.
And there's the Mets bullpen warming up. Reed Foley and Manea. Of course, Manea actually started this game, but a little different here in this simulation. You really can't change anything there, so that's why we're keeping it the way it is.
Outside, that's a ball. That's ball 3.
It hits that one hard, and it's muffed by Lindor. And he'll get a hit. No play made by no play tried for Lindor. And they're going to actually put that in as an E6 error. Also on player number 6. And big mistake by Lindor. Very uncharacteristic of him. And that puts the go-ahead run on base. Here comes Alec Bohm.
Nope, outside.
The 1-0. In play, right into a double play. McNeil to Lindor and to Alonso. That's a double play. Oh, man, 3-6-3. Or no, my apologies. 4-6-3. 4-6-3 double play. And there's 2 away. And Harper up.
Ball inside.
Harper has a solo home run this evening. course, put the Phillies on top 2-0, but that wasn't after, before, of course, JD Martinez hit a 2-run home run to tie the game up. So,
Ball, that's okay.
Harper could save the Phillies again here. We'll see. Man, 92 pitches thrown. I just realized that from Quintana. And that's going to drop in for a base hit. Harper with a 2-out single. The Phillies back on the bases after a double play. Here's Castellanos, takes its own one. Struck out and grounded out. Castellanos having a slow day.
No, he's in.
Harper safe off the pickoff attempt. Swung on, hit hard, but it's fouled away. The 0-2 pitch again to Castellanos, and another foul.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Contained by Nido. 99th pitch from Quintana is a strikeout pitch. Oh man, a nasty one from Jose Quintana to end the inning. And it remains a tie game as we head to the bottom of the 6th.
Leading up for the Mets, the right fielder.
Welcome back, everybody. Starling Marte will lead things off here in the bottom of the 6th. Sanchez will start the 6th. Sosa making a play, he's out. Knew with his arm he'd make the play. That's why I said he's making the play. Footwork, the arm work, and the catch work from Bryce Harper. And one away here in the bottom of the 6th.
That's ball 2. 2-0.
Francisco Lindor, 2-1 in the count.
That's ball 3.
And that one down and in, 3-1.
1 strike.
I don't believe there was a walk allowed yet today. It could change here with this pitch. Not quite, 3-2. Oh, that one was hit hard also. 101 miles an hour exit velocity. The pitch to Lindor, and there's walk, number 1 of the game.
Now batting, first baseman.
Or at the very least for Sanchez. And here comes Pete Alonso. Swung on. Bohm trying to make the double play. 1 and 2. What an inning. Ending play from Bohm. 6-4-3 double play to end it. And the 7th inning is up next.
Now pitching for the New York Mets.
Well, here we go. Sean Manaea will take things over here in the 7th inning. Of course, he was supposed to start this game. We won't talk about that, though. We'll see how he pitches. Stott leading things off for the Phils on the other side. Stott 1 for 2 tonight. No swing, but it's a called one.
1 ball, 1 strike.
The 1-2. Fouled back. Another foul. One, two again. That one's up in the air to center. And the catch is made by Harrison Bader. And there's one away here in the top of the 7th. Got a close game here, so stick around. I don't think I'm going to stream or broadcast game 2 here. We'll leave that off for tomorrow. Or today, technically, because it's already 1:30. That one popped up. Here comes Pete Alonso, and he's got it. Kind of got it in the way of Sosa a little bit, but it really doesn't matter anyway. One way or another, had he caught it or not, I don't think it would have mattered too much. Because Alonso ran into Sosa. So here's Marsh, the last hope here in the 7th for the Phils. Try and get something going, or better yet, a lead again.
Nope. I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
One. And that's fair. Big play from Beatty. No, not in time. Couldn't get it over there
The center fielder.
in the time that Marsh got to first. So he gets a base hit. And Rojas is now up. He's 0 for 2.
Yep, that ball went
Take
out.
the cutter outside, 1-0. One ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Fouled away. And there's out number 3. So that'll end the 7th for the Phils. McNeil gets that started, and the 7th inning stretch here in New York. Bottom of the 7th after the 7th inning stretch.
Ball 1.
There's the Phillies bullpen. You got Kirkering in there. You also have Ranger in there also. Very interesting. Of course, they've been trying that with Sanchez a little bit, and it's been working hit and miss. So it's the bottom of the 7th, and Castellanos
He's out.
will retire Martinez as I mean, he's the guy to retire because he's the reason why the Mets are tied with the Phils here. At the game-tying 2-run home run just a couple innings ago. The 0-1 to Beatty, and it's fouled away.
Ball one. Ball two.
So Sanchez trying to get through a seventh. I think he could have 8 innings. Honest to goodness, maybe even I mean, there's really no point in keeping him in after the 7th or 8th because that's going to be a base hit. Because, I mean, what's the point in trying to get a shutout or pitch a complete game when it's not a shutout? I mean, a complete game is pretty good, but you don't want to tire the guy out, so. So here's Harrison Bader. Swings on that one. It's fouled away. He grounded out twice.
Nope, outside.
One ball, 2 strikes to Bader. Sanchez deals, and it's outside. 2-2 now. There's 1 out. Beatty is at second. Oh, since when did he get to second? Oh, it was a double. I do remember that. But here is Harper who gets 1, but. So Bader's out, but now we have some concern because at third base is Brett Beatty. He's just 90 feet away from giving the Mets the lead, which is quite big here in this part of the inning, in this part of the game rather. And they're going to score. Jeff McNeil RBI single is just enough to get the Mets on top. And that may be the end of Sanchez's time on the mound. That's all they needed, good lead. And that's it for Sanchez. So we'll see who comes in to replace him here in the bottom of the 7th. We'll be back after this.
Number 50, Orion Kirkering.
So welcome back, everybody. Orion Kirkering will take over on the mound. Of course, try and get this last out here in the 7th.
Ball one.
Now the Phils are met with another challenge. Now they are trailing.
Ball, that's out. Ball, that's out.
The 3-0 in there, strike 1. against Tomas Nido. Three balls, one strike. And now 2 strikes off the foul. And Kerkering trying to get one more out to finish this 7th inning and give the Phils a chance to at least tie it. Pitch by Kerkering. Upstairs, and there's ball 4. So, things are getting a little interesting now for the Phillies, especially because now you got 2 on. Mets lead. McNeil at second. Of course, Nido at first. Now you got Brandon Nimmo at home plate trying to bat some of these guys in. He could bat all and himself in. Gets enough power.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Here's the 0-2. Called. Strike 3 and the inning's over. But Jeff McNeil puts the Mets on top. It's 3-2 Mets as we head to the 8th inning. Welcome back, everybody. No more Sean Benaya. Now Jorge Lopez will take over the mound, take charge on the top of the mound as the Mets lead. And now, of course, they're probably going to experiment the bullpen just a little bit. Garrett Stubbs is the first batter for Jorge Lopez. And 1 pitch and 1 out. Alonso takes it all.
Now batting, the left fielder with Merrifield.
That's a ball.
There's the Mets bullpen. Of course, should they need some, and of course one of those gentlemen there is going to close this one out unless Jorge Lopez earns some more time, which he could.
He's out.
Would be a save opportunity. Here's Bohm. 1 for 3 thus far today. Phillies trying to get something going here because now they're trailing. The 0-1. Hit in the air, left center field. Going back to the wall. It's off the base of the wall. That's going to be a double for Alec Bohm. He's there in time. And the tying run now in scoring position. Alec Bohm gives some hope to the Phils. Near the bat crack a little bit. That's always convincing. Nice play. So now Bryce Harper, 2 for 3 today. He's been doing really well. He has a solo home run. As you see there, he's got a single and of course a home run also. This could be a big at-bat for Bryce Harper. The pitch, that's going to be an out. And the inning's over. So Harper couldn't get the job done, or at least get on base, give the Phils a chance here in the 8th. So we're headed to the bottom of the 8th, excuse me. 3 more outs for the Mets till the win.
Leading up for the Mets, the right fielder, Starling.
Well, welcome back. Starling Marte will lead things off here in the 8th. Ryan Kirkering will continue and start the 8th, but he starts this one off with a hit, and that's not good.
Now batting, shortstop, Francisco
Let's take a look.
Lindor.
Off the bat, you know. He's like, okay, I'll take it. So they're going to keep Kirkering in. He'll face the lefty Francisco Lindor. And that's up in the air, left center field. Rojas has to cover some distance. He makes the catch. There's one.
The batter, the first baseman,
Marte stays at first.
Alonso.
Here comes Pete Alonso. Singled in the 2nd, but in the 6th innings, in between, he hasn't done anything.
That's out.
Kirkering trying to not allow any more runs to give the Phillies the best chance in the top of the 9th to force a bottom of the 9th inning. Whether it's a tie game or having some runs on top of that for insurance, that would be good.
Ball inside.
32,410 in attendance today. Lots of fans here to witness this renowned matchup in the National League East. Trying to get the double play. Yes, it is indeed one. And the inning is over. And they do give the Phil's offense the best chance. We'll be back after this.
Now pitching for the Mets,
Well, welcome back, everybody. Edwin Diaz takes the mound. He is the closer the Mets know and love. He's going to try and close this one out here in the top of the 9th. Of course, the walk-up music is not correct. We all know the iconic trumpet intro for Edwin Diaz. But he's going to try and nonetheless get the save for the Mets. And, of course, he's going to try and close this one out here at Citi Field to get the series opener.
Oh, that's off the plate.
Take the win. Castellanos will be batting first against Edwin Diaz. Must get something started. The Phillies have one more chance.
Ball 2.
That one inside, 2-2.
We got full count.
And a full count. So here's Bryson Stott. He's on deck. He's looking on. He will have a chance. Got the weight on his bat. Prepping for his at-bat. And that is hit deep to left field. And that is going to be caught. Oh, man. That had me on my tippy toes. Martinez makes the catch, and Castellanos is distraught. He thought he got that one out, but no. Stetson out. JD Martinez makes the catch, and 2 more to go, and the Mets will win this one. Bunt attempt from Stott. Don't know why he would do that this late in the game. Different approach, I'm sure.
1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike to Stott. And fouled opposite side. 1-2. One-two again. Swing and a miss. He got him the 2-seamer with the movement. And there's strikeout number 1 from Diaz. And the Mets are 1 out away from winning this ball game.
Nope.
And Edmundo Sosa, the last hope for the Phils here in this one. Phils, should they lose, will fall to 30-12. Still a phenomenal record.
Ball. 2-0.
2 balls, no strikes. And there's strike 1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Mets fans on their feet, so are Phillies fans. As the Phils still have a pretty low, but they still have a chance in this one. Sosa swing and a miss. 2-2. 1 pitch away for Diaz. Will he save the day for the Mets? Mets were trailing for a part of this game, and now they're going to try and win this one. That one up in the air. And Bader makes the catch and the Mets win. Carlos in there, the manager, celebrating with fellow coaches, fellow team members, and the Mets will win this one. Sean Manaea gets the win, Sanchez gets the loss, and Edwin Diaz gets the save. Amazing game here in New York. Had us on our feet most of the time. This is presented to you by MLB The Show 2024. Make sure to visit theshow.com. Make sure to follow all their social medias for the latest news and updates. MLB The Show. Good one here in New York. We got 1 more, and then we head to Philly for 2 more against the Mets. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious New York Mets, 3 runs on 7 hits, 1 error. They left 6 runners on base. For Philadelphia, 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors. They left 5 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 54 minutes.
Natural disasters, all these emotional rappers. Master of my own fate and I own my own masters. Don't let this new taste fool you. When I bust, I school you. They throw rocks and hide behind the computer. It's yellow tape and white chalk when I'm on the beat.
Well, I'm looking here. Looks like the last recorded win or loss from Christopher Sanchez was back in the Cincinnati series, and he was 4-0. So he gets his first loss of the season, unfortunately. What I'm looking at, what it is. Christopher Sanchez, 4-1. Still a good record. Save goes to Edwin Diaz, none other. And that's his first against the Phils. And then, of course, the line score, Phils score in the first and the fourth. That's it for them. The Mets score in the fourth and the seventh. 1 in the seventh gave them the edge and the win. I'm going to fill the gap with zeros. Kind of a little bit tedious to do this on my phone, whereas I can just kind of do it effortlessly on my computer, but the computer's so far away, so I can't do it right now. I'll do it a little later. But Phils get 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors. The Mets get 3 runs for 7 hits and 1 error. I already have the scoring in. So there you have it. Let's go over the players of the game a little bit. Player of the game goes to J.D. Martinez. Had a 2-run home run to tie the game up and give the Mets the chance to win, and they indeed do. Sean Manaea gets the win. He pitched an inning, had 1 hit, no strikeouts, no walks, no earned runs. I'm sure he deserves it. Loss goes to Christopher Sanchez, of course, gave up that 2-run home run against J.D. And, of course, that 1 run to give the Mets the lead. As you see in his earned run, he's got 3 earned runs. Without a walk, had 5 strikeouts, 6 hits, pitched 6.2 innings. Notable players for Philly: Bryce Harper, 2 for 4, had a solo home run. Provided some hope for the Phils, not enough though, unfortunately. Alec Boehm, 2 for 4, also had a double. Bryson Stott, 1 for 4, had a run for himself. Brandon Marsh, 2 for 3, had that RBI single. New York, notable players, of course, J.D. Martinez is the player of the game. Brett Beatty, 2 for 3, had a double and a run. Starling Marte, 1 for 4, and Francisco Lindor on there, 1 for 3 with a run. So those are players of the game. And fortunately, the Phils will fall to 30-12. But that is certainly still a great record. And now, after this game has been played, which is actually interesting, I just found this out. Phils have played at least 1 game against all of the National League East opponents. I mean, if I'm looking at this, they played 3 games against the Braves, of course, swept them. They played 1 game against the Mets, of course. Of course, that game was lost, unfortunately. Played the Marlins, won 2 out of 3 there, and also with the Nationals. And tune in, make sure we may get to the National Series. We will see. I'm not sure. It depends on how productive we are today and tomorrow. Nationals, it's a 3-game series, I think, in Philly following this split series. And if we look at the National League East or National League Central, they played 3 games against the Cardinals. They won 2 of 3. The Cincinnati Reds, they already played their 2 series with their 7 games with them. They, of course, took the edge there, 4 wins, 3 losses. Pirates, they took in that 4-game series in Philly, they took 3 of 4. National League West, they took 2 games to 3 against the Padres, 3 games to 1 with the San Francisco Giants, and they swept the Colorado Rockies. In the AL East, they faced the Blue Jays, and they split with them in a 2-game series. In the AL Central, they faced the White Sox, and they took 2 of 3. And in the AL West, they swept the Los Angeles Angels. So they played somebody in each division. So, of course, the next, if I'm looking here, the next out of division the next out of division, or out of, yeah, we should say out of Division 1 first. Out of division, of course, is against the reigning Super Bowl. What am I saying? The reigning, wow, I'm really tired. The reigning World Series champs, the Texas Rangers. Of course, they had a disappointing season this year. They didn't even make it to the postseason. But Texas is the next one, of course. The next one out of conference is, let's see here once. The Boston Red Sox, that's not for, or no. Yeah, right, yes, that's right. Because they faced terms of this, they'll face the Nationals next, then the Rangers, then the Rockies, then the Giants, then the St. Louis Cardinals. That's also a split series. They play one in Philly, then they go to St. Louis for 2 in there, and then they go back and face them again in Philly, which is interesting. I don't know how I don't remember that. Then they face the Brewers. Rhys Hoskins comes back to town. Then they have the London series, and then they have the Boston Red Sox. And of course, the Boston Red Sox are a member of the AL East. So that's the next one there. We go finish the month of June. Then they face the Orioles, then the Padres, the Diamondbacks, the Tigers, and then the Marlins for a 4-game series in Philly. So that'll be a fun one to watch. That's pretty much all I'm going to explain tonight because I want to go to bed. It's 2 o'clock. But to everyone who joined, thank you so much. If you did enjoy, make sure you smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't done so. That would be much, much appreciated. I'll see you guys in the next one. That will hopefully be maybe like tomorrow, today, whatever you want to call it. We're gonna see if we can at least finish this part of the series. Maybe go into the part of the split series in Philly. I think that's very likely. We'll see though. But the goal is to at least get the Nationals series started. Now I may mix in there. You know what I may do? I may do a Mets game tomorrow, and then do. I may do that, and then we'll stop that for a little bit, and then we'll do an Eagles game. The next Eagles game would be look here once. It would be Eagles at the Buccaneers. So that will be a fun one to watch. Of course, it wasn't fun to watch in real life, but that's that. So we may do that to kind of catch up a little bit with the Eagles season. We're behind there, but we're not nearly as far behind as when we have here with the Phillies, because we're more than 4 months behind. I think if we're in May here, it's May 13th. It's already October 24th. Yeah. That's. Yeah. But anyway. We'll catch up as much as we can. But again, if you did enjoy, smash the like button, and if you haven't done so, subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.